Hey everybody, it's Dr. Gold with Inspired Stretch. I am a leader. Remember, be a leader in your community to prevent and promote wellness, prevent illness, get healthy, strong. We're going to talk about that today right now. So let me put this off to the side. Just remember, you can stay well. We talked a little while back about your host defenses, ways to actually fight or prevent infection. Remember, your immune system is your body's way, your natural way to fight infection. So first I wanted to tell you a little bit about zinc picolinate. This is a great trace mineral that actually binds to a virus and can get it out of your body. It inhibits or stops replication of that virus. So it does matter brand. As I alluded to before, zinc picolinate is a great type. This is Kirkman as an example. This is what my family uses. Really important, because if you get a trace mineral or some type of supplement, you want to make sure it's going to be absorbed into the body. You also want to make sure it actually has the active ingredients. So this is a really good one, that the picolinate is absorbable. It's chelated, which means it's very well rapidly absorbed into the intestine. And then this is just a correction. I talked about healthy aluminum products. I know it's a little in the sunlight, right? And this was naturally fresh, the crystals. This actually does have aluminum. So doTERRA products do not. You can create essential oils. Personally, I actually don't use antiperspirants. The FDA regulates that they must contain aluminum, which actually swells the pores and it stops the release of sweat. But the problem with that is our bodies naturally sweat to cool ourselves off. It's a release. You know, salt or sweat is sodium chloride. It's getting those toxins out of the body. So you're actually stopping a normal procedure, especially when you're working out. So if you tend to sweat a lot, I just kind of rinse. If you need to, there are natural powders or natural essential oils that can work without aluminum. So a little trick to just look, when you look at ingredients, make sure it doesn't say, this says no aluminum chlorohydrate. You just want it to say no aluminum. Because remember, aluminum can cause possible increased risk for dementia and other problems, neurological diseases. I mentioned Matt last time. He was a gentleman who actually had aluminum toxicity. 25 years old, told he'll never walk again. Once he got the aluminum out of his body, he's walking. 2 young kids, he's a happy camper. So let me put this aside. So doctor hat off, yoga instructor in the house. We're gonna get started. So how are you doing today? I'm so happy to be here. We are outside, as you can probably see. It is 7 o'clock, but in Tampa it's still dark out. So that's why if you see some shadows, thank you for your patience with me with that. If you hear some noise, but it's just a beautiful morning, but still feels like a little evening. So we're going to place our hands together, just stretch. And we're going to open up those arms. Just reach up and over, and then reach up and over. Good. So I want you to find what feels good in your body. Everything is optional, but I want you to still try, because sometimes, or actually try is a weak work. I want you to do what you can do. One of my teammates, probably about 2 days ago now, Anne, said she was trying to lift a weight, a deadlift. Wait, she's almost 80. She's awesome. And she didn't get it. And she asked coach, she's like, hey coach, can I try it again? And he just looked at her and she goes, coach, can I try it again? Finally, Bonnie, our other teammate, said, hey, he wants you to say do, wink, wink. She goes, can I do it again? And she definitely attempted, gave it her full-heartedness. And the most important part is when we want to do something, speaking what we want. Because try sometimes may happen or may not, or hopefully. When you hope something will happen, how often does it actually happen? Versus, I'm going to do this, I will do this. I love that word even better. Okay, let's cross our ankles. We're going to lift. So feel that belly button lifting up off the hips. Roll your shoulders back and lengthen back. Open. We're going to inhale, release forward. Exhale as you reach back. Let's do that a few times. Deep breath in, inhaling, and then exhaling. Good. Do that again. Inhale, exhale. Good. We're going to release, uncross the legs, shake. Rotate those hips. Don't forget, no bad days when we're shaking our hips. Shake. You can do it. Cross the legs in the other direction now. So squeeze those legs together, lift up the body. So I want you to feel the top of the head, crown of the head reaching up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders down, lift in the chest. Again, belly button off, just off those hips. So try not to sink down, lift up. Good. Open, open, open. Good, we're gonna reach those arms up overhead. Exhale down. Good, let's do that. Big smile here. Good, and we're gonna reach forward and back. So you should feel a nice stretch in the hamstrings. Swim those arms forward and back. Good, one more time. Good, and one more time. Good, shake, shake, shake. Shake the body, shake the body. So again, doing what you can do. We're gonna place our weight in the heels, toes are lifted, knees are bent. This takes a lot of pressure off those knee joints. If you are having some cranky knees today, this is really good to release them, release those hamstrings and the thighs. It's great actually for the back. So many times we can have pain in certain areas, but it doesn't mean that pain is coming from that area. It can come from a different area. So one of my patients came to see me and said, Dr. Gold, I have knee pain. And I said, oh my goodness. And I saw several surgeons, they've been injecting my knee, but it's not getting better. So we started examining the whole body, including the hamstrings, the inner thighs, the hips, and back. What we found out is the hamstrings are really tight. Hi, Miss Daisy. The inner thighs as well. His knees, yes, he did have some arthritis, but his pain was not coming from the arthritis. It was actually coming from the tight hamstrings. Actually, once we started stretching him out, working, there's some natural tools and supplements we did, as well as massage, he started feeling better. Because they were actually going to do a knee replacement. And remember, once you get surgery, you can't reverse it. And he was definitely contemplating because he was in so much pain. Let's pancake those hands. Good, and we're gonna do the wave. So remember, we're gonna say hello, hey darling, hello. Big smile and a laugh, ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Both arms now. Oh, ho, 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 ho. There we go, shake, shake, shake. And just remember, when I'm being silly, that's intentional. I want you to have a good time. Life is rough right now. There's challenging times if you're staying tuned with the elections, politics, the pandemic, hurricanes, what else? I can name a bunch of disasters. There's things that are going on in this world, and it's going to continue to go on. There'll be another pandemic, another virus, but we can't live there. If you live there, you'll get yourself sick. It's okay to step back. It's okay to bring in some laughter, some cheer, or actually step forward. Let's do this again. I am a leader. Become a leader of health, of wealth, of being optimistic, being hopeful, faithful, putting in your mind that you can make a difference, and you can. Remember, one voice. So is Martin Luther King, one voice. Mother Teresa, one voice. Tony Robbins, one voice. They are leaders in our community. Oprah, I mean, the list goes on. There's so many people. But remember, if we don't stand up or don't speak up, what's going to happen? It's going to be the naysayers or the people that we sometimes are like, oh, they become the leaders that we don't want to hear their voices. So the only way that's going to change is with you. So make sure you speak up, and if you're not speaking up, you can encourage others or help others, or be still a light in this world, doing what you can do. Because your voice does matter. So I know some people don't want to be in the spotlight. That's okay, but you can encourage other people who like to speak up, and if you share the same views, promote them, and that's okay too. But the most important part is do something. Remember, not doing something is acquiescing to the other parts getting done. So if you don't say anything, some bad things can happen. And there's a famous quote from the Holocaust, when they came for those people, it wasn't me, so I stayed quiet. They came for some other people. I'm not saying this exactly, but the whole point was they came for so many other people, he kept quiet. But finally they came for him, but there was no one left standing. There's nobody there to speak up for him. So we don't want to lose our rights. We don't want to lose our voice. And if you don't speak up, that can happen too. So really important. This is just a little side note for Halloween. I call it the sugar holiday coming up. And it's good to ask yourself, so sugar's, in our diet, it's for a lot of people. They eat it every day. And if we have health on one side illness on the other side, which direction are you heading if you're eating a lot of sugar or a lot of bad foods, processed foods? Yeah, obviously health is not there. You're going towards illness. So if we're going towards illness with all this, what's going to happen in our bodies? We can depress the immune system, make it sicker. And I know many people don't want that. So when I was actually talking to one of my teammates yesterday, she was so excited they're going to have a Halloween party. And she's like, I'm going to bring candied apples filled with caramel. And I just thought when I was a kid, I loved candied apples. It was sugary and sticky, got everywhere. And all this candy I'm going to bring for the kids. But then I thought, how are the parents going to feel? And also, big picture, how is it going to actually affect our kids, our society? Because, you know, if you have lots of candy in the house, what are you going to do with it? You know already, yes. If you still have some leftover Halloween candy, good for you. But most people, if it's lying around, they're going to eat it or share it with other people if they come to visit. So most important thing, it's okay to ask yourself, instead of Halloween candy, is there something else I can still seduce or just introduce to the kids that they would actually like? So I mentioned toys, and she's like, can you help me? I'm not really good with the internet. Get some toys for the kids. Do you have any ideas? And I said, what do you think? She goes, balls. I would love colored balls with some happy faces on them. So we picked it up on Oriental Trading Company. I also saw some on Party Palooza. They were like $6 or $7, yeah, with tax and everything, maybe $7 total. And she goes, that's actually cheaper than the candy I was gonna buy. So remember, and they're having a sale now for you don't have to pay for shipping. So I was just thinking, what a nice way to still, you know, the kids will love it. You can give them some toys, stickers, water, healthier snacks instead of sugary sweets that can make them sick, make them more prone to illness. And it's no coincidence, this is that time we see a lot of flus, respiratory infections coming right after the holidays. So just being more mindful, being again a leader in your community, and you can do this. I believe in you. And just advocating, maybe sharing this post or sharing with others some healthier sweets or snacks and snack ideas for the kids, or just toys. I think toys are even better. Definitely something different. I know most people are probably going to give out the candy, but you can think outside the box. Here, roll the shoulder, and just again thinking of what makes sense for you. That's the most important part, and what's going to be healthy for you too. What do you want lying around in your house or not? It's a lot easier if it's not there to tempt you. Okay, let's place the hips off to the side, turn your head, and then the other way. One of my patients told me she got into baking during the COVID, and she's like, I'm gaining all this weight. She's a diabetic as well, and she's like, I can't do this anymore. So I just mentioned this idea to her about giving out toys to the kids, because she said, Dr. Gold, if I bring sugar into my house, that's going to just make it even worse. And I know the candy aisles are full right now. So again, you do not have to give them business. Again, your choice, but just an idea, just a suggestion. Okay, so place those hands together. We're going to circle around and circle around. Well, I'm a holistic doctor. I need to, stand up for things I believe in too. And I know myself, there are some great ideas, great suggestions you can do to keep you nice and well and healthy. My goal is you live a long, healthy life and feel vibrant. Okay, shake, shake, shake. So what they call sugar is the anti-nutrient. It actually robs your body of minerals, trace minerals, also other good nutrients your body needs to function well. It can make you tired. It'll give you energy initially, but then it wears off, and then it just causes a signal to the brain to have that craving or frenzy. So where you just literally taste it, and that dopamine rush, also serotonin, endorphins get released, but your body says more. And that's why usually somebody doesn't eat one potato chip. And remember, carbs are turned in the body, turn into sugar. So we crave that. We want more and more of it. And it's hard to let go of that addiction. It really is an addiction. They've done a study with rats, and they had them, many thousands of rats, they had them placed where they either gave them cocaine, which, they had an idea they can go to cocaine, or sugar. And most of them were actually choosing the sugar over the cocaine. This doesn't mean, cocaine's not deadly, of course it is, but the important thing is, remember, sugar can be just as deadly, and it's over time, it's a cumulative effect. So small amounts, but we know once you start that frenzy, if we get our kids for that taste, They want more. They can start getting obese, and we know obesity is a huge problem in this country. And then what ends up happening, that fat is an organ. So it really increases our risk for cancers, and we're seeing childhood cancers high as well as adult cancers. That's the second leading cause of death now, and it's getting closer. It's catching up to heart disease, which is really scary. Diabetes, we know that is a disease that's lifestyle driven for type 2 diabetes, and it can affect almost every organ in the body, leading to blindness, limb amputations, nerve pain or nerve disease, kidney problems, heart disease, the list goes on. But those are things that are preventable. So again, it starts with at home. It starts with education. What are we teaching our kids from when they're young? And what can we start doing ourselves to set an example? A lot of my nieces say I learn by what mommy does, not just what she says, but by what mommy actually does. And I thought so true. And I thought of myself, I was like, because I love sugar too, don't get me wrong. And I'm on a cleanse this past week, and I love chocolate. And guess what was on sale at Abby's? Yeah, a whole aisle. And yes, it's a health food store, but health food stores have candy. They have a lot of sugar. It might be a better form, which is better to eat than, if you're comparing a Milky Way versus, dark chocolate, 70%, but it still has sugar, and it can still start those cravings. So again, doesn't mean never, but if you know yourself, there's certain weaknesses of mine or things that I'm like, once I get started, potato chips are another example, it's hard to just eat one. And then I want more and more of it. So be honest with yourself. Again, if this is going to serve you, do it. But if it really isn't, and serve you in the long run, not just the immediate, because yes, sugar will feel good right in the immediate immediacy of time. You get that instant gratification, but it's for me, I love sugar, but it doesn't love me. It's an abusive relationship. It may love my thighs or my belly, but it doesn't love for me to be a healthy body. Definitely doesn't help me with long-term energy. I actually get sick, feeling bloated and just more lethargic. Okay, shake, shake, shake. All right, so we are going to do some hamstring stretches. We're actually going to lengthen our leg. If you have a chair, you can place your leg on a chair. I have one nearby, so I'm going to just move my stuff off. And you're just going to place your leg on the chair. And just kind of reach. Just rock those hips side to side. Good. Again, notice my spine is long here. Try not to hunch forward. Keep the shoulders back. Lift that belly button off the hips, off the belly. Lift it up. And then reach forward. Hamstring is long here. Lift the kneecap and spread your toes. So right now my toes are spread wide, lifting back towards me. And I reach my belly forward. Feel the stretch in the hamstring. Hold it. You can do it. Bend that knee, right ankle now. Knee over your ankle, and we're going to do a gentle twist. So I'm turning towards that knee. Extend the arm back. Good, or you can rest it on your hip. Turn towards the back shoulder. Good, and we're going to go back to our hamstring stretch. Oh, are you feeling this? How are you feeling? Feels so good. Stretch. Turn. So I know I spent a bit of time on sugar cravings, but so important. Know that we can overcome. And the biggest thing is, if you're already in that sugar nook or that sugar craving, how do you get out of it? So if you're having some sugar addictions, the thing that I find that's helpful is making sure you're hydrating, more water. If you decide to go on a cleanse, it does reset the body, makes a huge difference. And you can message me. I'm happy to give you some examples. There's many books out there on it. You just want to pick a reputable company or something coming from a knowledgeable educator. Let's shift back. Good, one more time. Good, and shake. Let's go to the other side. But the other thing is protein and healthy forms of protein. It tends to balance out our sugars. Yes, it is challenging, but you need to start to reduce those sugars. The more they're in your house, I find also just tossing it in the trash. Some people will lie to themselves and say, hey, once I finish my dessert, my whole cake, I just won't buy another one. But if you do that, you'll buy another one. However, if you toss that cake in the trash, your brain will be like, I don't want to toss another cake in the trash. So your body will say, I'm not going to buy another one because I don't want to do this to myself. And the other part is, if you go into the trash and you eat that cake, please get some help. It's not a good thing. I've never done that, thank God, but I've been tempted. Okay, so legs extended, spread your toes. We're going to reach forward. So feel that belly button again, reaching towards the knee. So you don't want to reach just straight down and round. You want to lengthen up and then reach forward. The nice part with the cleanse and not eating sugar, which I haven't been doing the last 2 weeks, it's amazing. I was like, woo, I got a little, my belly is starting to go down a little. I know. Everyone's like, you're not fat. I'm not saying I'm fat, but I was getting a little pudgy. I was getting, just because I do like sugar, I do like ice cream and stuff, I was eating more of it. And I just noticed my whole midriffs, I'm almost 50, everything was softening. Remember, your hormones change. Yes, I'm balancing them, and thank God for that, but our bodies change as we mature. We tend to have less reserve, and yes, we can put on more fat, especially ladies and gents. We know we can get it right in this area. And it's not about just cosmetic, but we know what fat does to our bodies. It's more inflammatory. With more fat, we can increase our risk for cancers as well, increasing our risk for heart disease and diabetes, high cholesterol. Just don't want that. I have already a family history of it. I don't need to have it personally. And I don't want to be on pills. I can avoid that. So yes, it does take some discipline. I'm using discipline in a good way because we're actually allowing our bodies to control, or allowing our minds to control our actions. And when you are disciplined, you actually have more power. You're empowering yourself to make better decisions. And I believe in you. I know you can do this. So we're going to do a gentle twist and then open. Good. Big smile. Twist and open. So again, I want to challenge you during this Halloween not to buy the Halloween candy. I know I'm asking a big, like, oh, are you crazy? I know. But if you don't, definitely let me know and I'll have a little reward for you. We have to incentivize once in a while, right? My book is coming out shortly. I know I've been speaking about it. It's 7 Habits of Extremely Happy People. I'm happy to send you a free copy. If you let me know, I'll take your word for it. Instead of Halloween candy, what is some other healthier substitutions you can use to give out to the kids or celebrate the holiday? Let's bend forward one more time. Good. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Rock those hips, rock it around. And we're going to do some neck exercises, chin down to your chest. Good. Gently reach the ear over to the shoulder. Good. Over to the other side. Good. Gently look up. So we're going to counter that turkey neck. So I want you to bring your bottom lip over your top. Good. And we're going to, once you bring your chin up, I want you to move your chin side to side. It looks a little silly, but look at the side neck. You can get a nice toned body here. It's really important. So bring that bottom lip over the top. Good. And then just gently reach the bottom lip, pulse it up. Good. Strengthen that platysmus muscle, the front of the neck. Good. Let's do it again. Good. And rotate that chin. We're going to do a little facial yoga. Facial yoga. So big smile here. Good. And say yowza. Yowza. And a little laugh. Good. And then we're going to just gently turn that head side to side. The eyes nice and wide. Rub your hands together. Let's rest our eyes. If you're on a computer screen all day, this is a great little break. You can do this throughout the day to rest your eyes. Good. Take a nice deep breath in. Smile. I want you to visualize something beautiful in your life. Good. Gentle massage to the forehead and those cheeks. Good. Okay. And then roll the shoulders. Okay, let's get that neck in a little bit more. Massage out that neck. Oh, feels so good. Oh, yeah. Release, release. Good. Massage right at the base of the skull, right at the hairline where it meets the neck. Oh, that feels good. Big smile again. Massage those ears. Ah, nice luxurious pampering here. Massage the temples. Massage your forehead. Okay, so let's get that wrist. So if you're using a mouse quite a bit or texting, this is a great stretch to release some tension in that wrist. So we're actually going to turn the palm, so it's facing out first, turn it towards you, and then place your thumb on the back of the hand. So I'm right below, kind of, you'll find a spot that feels good. I'm right kind of where the ring finger is, the middle finger, and just turn it. So I'm not giving you the middle finger, don't worry. Twist, twist, twist. Now if you're saying, where's your thumb here, or your other hand, I'm just wrapped around my wrist area. So thumb on the back, and then I'm twisting towards me. So that pinky is reaching towards me. Good, and then just gently down, wiggle those fingers. Good, and see if you can circle that wrist one direction and the other. Good, and you'll feel it when you curl your hands, because this is what we tend to do a lot. You may feel in the back of that wrist. So what we want to start doing is opening up that palm. You can get one of these bracelets. If you text me, I'm happy to send you one. These are exercise bands. It does have a smiley face and a heart to know you're loved. But you pinch your fingers together and then wrap it around and just open. So what we want to do, it's okay to ask yourself, if you do this all day, what's going to happen to your hands? You got it. It's going to claw, and the condition is known as Dupuytren's tenosynovitis. Well, basically those tendons, I think Dupuytren was the name of the gentleman who identified this, but basically all those intrinsic muscles of those hands contract. So what we want to do is open them. So you want to actually spend some more time, stop sign, stop it, stop it, stop it, opening up those palms, opening up those palms. So even if you don't have a band, you can stretch them open or use a rubber band. But if you want to get one of these bands, there's more resistance to it, so you'll feel like you're working even more, especially as you get stronger. Good, switch sides. Good, and then we're going to do that twist. Nice thing with this is you just keep it on your wrist so you can take it wherever you go. So we're going to turn that palm. So remember that thumb right underneath. And now you can adjust it. You may have certain spots that need more of a twist, so adjust it if you need to. On this side, my hand is not as achy, so I'm going to be placing it right below the pinky finger. So my thumb is right below, kind of where the knuckle is, and then I'm turning that hand in. Again, wiggling those fingers and then circling it around a little bit. Oh, good. Don't forget to make the funny faces. Funny faces. Roll that tongue. Good. Release that. Oh, it feels so good. Oh. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Let's play the piano. Play the piano upside down and rotate. So playing musical instruments are actually really good exercise for those fingers and hands, even if you do it virtually. Play those drums. Have some fun with it. Good. All right, so we are going to wind down to our Savasana. This is your time. I'm actually going to come to a chair, but you can come down to the floor. You can lie down, be on your side, any position of choice right now. You may want to remain standing. You may say, I sit all day. Actually, one countering stretch or thing that can really help your low back and neck if you sit a long period of time for hours is getting a standing desk. It helps you lift up and get more, especially if it's an ergonomic desk, so your keyboard is right in front of you, so you're not hunching forward or down, and then your where your keyboard is, so monitor is up here, your keyboard is elbow height, so you're more upright versus rounded. So let's come down to our Savasana. Remember, you can come to a gentle squat or chair pose. I am going to sit down for this. Feels good. And we're going to just cross one leg over. This is a great hip stretch if you have sciatica, which is where that sciatic nerve runs out from that spinal cord. It can get impinged or squeezed or pinched. When it does that, that whole nerve runs down the back of the leg. You can get pain starting from the low back, but it can run down that back of the leg. It hurts. Really painful, but this is a nice stretch to counter it. Or long-term goal, folks, prevention. Let's prevent disease if possible. Now, that if you've had the disease doesn't mean it has to keep coming back, right? So stretching out the body, huge difference, can make, the studies have shown that you reduce injury when you stretch the body. I would say at least 20 minutes, twice a day if possible, but at least 20 minutes. For many of my patients, they tell me they stretch, but when I ask them, it's a minute or 30 seconds. You're not going to get as much benefit if you just do it. I'm glad you're doing it, but you're not going to get as much benefit if you just do it for a few seconds. Good. Now twist towards that bent knee. Good. And release. Shake, shake, shake. Go to the other side, cross the foot over the knee. Remember, lengthen up. So if you can see me from the side view, my spine is long here. As I come forward, I reach forward. Shoulders and hips in one line. So with my head. Good, so reaching forward, lengthening up. Shoulder blades reaching towards one another. Big smile here. And a twist. Good, and we're going to gently reach the hands on your chair and reach back. Good, off to the side again. Oh, it feels so good. And off to the other side. Oh, good. And I'm off to the side too. Let me scooch you to the middle. Good. So on your next breath, we're going to lengthen. Just close your eyes, relax, let go here. So this is that time to give permission to the monkey mind to release. If your thoughts are scattered or you're worrying about something, obsessing about something, ruminating, it's time to give permission to lower the volume on that. Give yourself permission to bring in happiness and joy, peace. Feelings of release, of relaxation. I don't know why ecstasy comes to mind, but whatever works for you. You just want to feel awesome right now. So just let go, feel lighter. Soften the body, feel the crown of the head reaching towards the sky. And get excited about your future. Know that you are the only one who can change it. If you decide you have a dream, make it happen. Do something towards its attainment. It does matter. Have a plan. And believe in yourself. I do believe in you. It's a nice deep breath in again. And a nice long exhale. So let's revisit the breathing technique. Really important to breathe from the belly. Easiest way I know is to smile or laugh. I've been doing this with my patients. I know some of them are like, oh, but I saw a patient with cancer, pancreatic cancer yesterday. I said, remember, diagnosis doesn't define you. We're gonna laugh today. And by the time she was leaving, she was smiling. Her husband was a little stoic. When I came into the room, by the end, he was smiling. And I know you may say, well, how did you know if they're wearing masks? Little cringes. If somebody's really genuinely smiling, you'll see cringes in their eyes. And you can see their belly moving too. And both were happening for them. So happy. I said, do you want a happy pen? And they said, yes. And they were laughing, and you could hear it. So when we breathe today, I want you to just go with it. We're going to start with an exhale, a little laughter first. Try to see if that belly can move. So exhale, empty the belly. Inhale, we're going to expand the belly. Let me show you from a side view. So exhale, the belly goes in. Inhale, the belly comes out. Inhale or inflate the belly. Exhale, empty. Good. I'll move my hand down. Inhale, inflate, exhale. Sorry. Good job. Joy is so important. It's a nice cleansing way to release stress and feel good. So we act happy to be happy. And another way is when someone asks you, how are you doing today? How are you doing, Dr. Gold? I'm fabuloso. Even if I'm not there, my mind will, when I keep saying I'm fabuloso or fabulous, will go there so I can start feeling better. So speak what you want. It's amazing what can start happening when you do that. Another nice deep breath, go a little bit taller. Big smile. Good. Bring in health, joy, and peace into your life every day. You're worth it. And remember, during this holiday season, spread the cheer, not the fear. You can't be sad when you're glad. Woohoo! Can't be mad when you're glad. It's Dr. Gold with Dr. Gold's Optimal Living Institute. Live optimally. Woohoo! You did it, and congratulations. Would love to get your feedback. How are you doing? Mwah! Lots of love, sweetie, and toodles.